Итак, мы продолжаем наше неспешное прохождение. В прошлой главе мы закончили сюжетку о Ралаты. Он там отдыхает наш товарищ Атараэль. А тут почему-то стоит еще один товарищ. Брат Скорбь. Он же Лето, который сильно похож на Вина Дизеля. А почему ты стоишь? Ты же должен сидеть. Ладно, неважно. В общем, старые друзья снова встретились и вместе теперь отправить в мир иной, куда им и дорога. Что тут еще можно найти? Ну, кроме таких вот мин. Похоже, я видел в заброшенном храме около Снова. Вот похожие было. Неужели они связаны этими местами между собой? Так, ладно. Ладно. Предлагаю пока телепортироваться в город. И посмотреть, если у тамошнего скрытого мага... Так, где он? Есть ли у этого товарища камни душ?
Fair enough. Maybe there's a trick or two I could show you, but trust me, they don't come cheap.
Слушай, а почему у тебя денег нету? У него ничего нету. Странно. Ладно. Тогда идем на рынок.
Yeah? Well, now, I just put them out for you to look
Блин.
at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
Ребята, а почему у вас денег нету? Скажите мне. Не, что-то странное. У тебя тоже денег нету?
Sure, take a look.
Да вы издеваетесь, что ли? Ну что, они перезагрузились, что ли, еще? Так, ладно. Нет, так нет. Так, надо посмотреть, я там кое-какие вещи нашел с комплектов. Магия света, энтропия. Вот что у нас, псионика. Вот, скорость восстановления здоровья на 3 единицы. Во, вот это мне надо. 2 бриллианта, 8 полосок, 4 кожи. Это мне надо. Правда, жалко отдавать бриллианты. Но ничего не поделаешь. И 8 полосок. Так, погнали. Можно сразу поиметь. Да, вот такой вот небольшой плащик появился. Ну класс. Так, эти мы сразу скидываем. Вот еще с одеянием хранителя вопросы возникают. Это опять тут много лишнего. Это можно продать. Капюшон можно продать. Рюкзак можно продать. Тарелка древнего народа. Так, что можно оставить? Так, перийский щит там, по-моему, был такой рецепт, да? А не, как раз таки вот щита и нет. И туда. И туда. Рюкзак есть. Души. Все это тут ерунду древнего народа. Я потом как-нибудь сбегаю и разом все продам. Хочу посмотреть, сколько за все это можно получить денег. Так, и великих 3. И еще 3. Ну, в принципе, можно еще что-нибудь зачаровать. Понабираешь всякой ерунды, а потом вот бегаешь вот так вот. Сколько же его тут? О. Все, хорош.
Oh, hello. I haven't seen you. Oh, a bit of this and that. Feel free to take
Сразу видно, сталкер пришел из глубокого рейда. Куча шмота, куча хабара. Все продавать надо. Так, эти еще продать можно. Тарелку забыл. Чтоб тебе. Ну, забирай тогда. Ведь вот те. Ну, свой, блин, у тебя деньги закончились. Что с тобой делает, да? И купить что-нибудь можно хорошее? Нет, у тебя хорошего ничего нет. Ну и ладно. Так, нет? Ладно. У меня камней нету. Ой, чего такие громкие? Так. Часть алхимика не то. Мне нужны великие камни душ.
Now who? I've seen this face, so yes. My wares it is you want to see. I promise you.
Да почему у вас камней душ нету? Ну что ж такое-то?
Who are you?
Почему у вас нет великих камней душ?
Of course.
И у тебя нету? Чтоб тебя. Давай я хоть продам тебе что-нибудь. Да, точно. Еще за сокровищем надо сбегать потом. Ой. Так. Камней душ нет. Да, возвращаться туда и без камней душ не хочу. Точно, у нас же квест главный обновился. Надо по этому квесту сходить, посмотреть, что нам скажут. Опа. Так, народ, вы где?
Walk blessed.
Привет.
Yes.
This is too dangerous, whatever they want here. If we send spies and they get caught, Nerim will see this as a provocation.
Poor, poor people. All they did was invade a foreign country, and look how ruthless we are, sending spies in order to find out why they're here. We should be ashamed.
Save the sarcasm. We both know what I mean. You know my opinion, Tila.
I will consider it. You come at the right time, Prophet. Commander, explain the situation.
Of course, Grandmaster. Yesterday, we received word from one of our outposts in Duneville. One of the fishermen there saw warships anchoring on an island some miles from shore. And they bear the Nerimese flag.
We have already sent scouts to confirm this, and it is true. The Nerimese have invaded our land.
И какие наши действия? Но это же акт войны, зачем это сделали?
We have a suspicion. I suppose you know that the civil war in Nerim has ended 2 months ago. And who won it?
Понятия не.
The combined forces of the Northern and the Middle Realm, led by Taranor Korek of Kabait. The Southern rebels and the remnants of the Creator's Temple have been destroyed, once and for all. Now Nerim has been united under the banner of the free people of Nerim, how they like to call themselves, and this could be the reason for these warships.
Но зачем? Зачем Наим рисковать развязывание еще одной войны?
Because of this Koarek.
It is said that he helped Narathzul Aranthiel shortly before the Lightborn were slain. And while before that, he was an opportunist who changed his ideals as often as his underpants, it seems that his crusade with Narathzul converted him, so to speak. He has become a declared enemy of religion.
He also thinks of the death of the gods as the first step of many. And now he sees it his task to rid Vin of religion once and for all. Free the world from the scourge of faith. These are his words.
Though it is worth mentioning that his understanding of freeing includes mass executions and the burning down of temples. He's a fanatic, and worse, his men worship him for it. What he wants is to found a new world, and his free people of Nerim are supposed to be vanguard of it.
Весело. Разве это не то же самое, что за что однажды выступал ваш орден?
Well, with the small but subtle difference that it was Narazul's vision to restore the human right of self-determination, and not to obliterate every kind of superstition or spirituality.
It is plain stupid to believe a way of thinking can be beaten out of someone's head with just enough violence. The only thing that does is radicalize. Though a world without religion would be a better one, that's without doubt.
Nonsense. The people need a higher power that guides them. You can see what chaos the death of the Lightborn brought on the world, and without your orders doing, all this would never have happened.
Of course. Where were we?
Что еще следует знать об этом Тараное Куарке?
Not much. Or... yes, there is. He's a narcissist. I was surprised to hear that the banners of his free people are ornamented with a picture of his and an inscription saying, "Praise me."
Короче говоря, павлин. Дайте угадаю, вы подозреваете, что Куарк здесь, так как эндеральцы все еще верят, что боги живы?
Correct.
What Korek doesn't understand is that we're doing this to prevent a crisis.
Просто рассказать правду простому народу, об этом не может быть речи, да?
Not before the High Ones have been stopped. The civil war on Kile, Nerim, and Arazial shows what chaos such a revelation can cause, and we will not take this risk.
А что, если мы объясним наши мотивы Куараку? Может быть, он даже окажет нам помощь?
That is the problem. Pigast?
We believe that Korek already knows about the cycle and the cleansing. And that he, how should I put it, wants it to happen.
Мы говорим о чем-то, что может означать конец всей жизни, верно?
I'm afraid so. I know how strange this sounds, but in a way it makes sense. For him, Enderal as the home of the Holy Order is the epitome of ignorance and stagnation. And we suppose he even knows that we are fighting these High Ones. But in his eyes, everything a paragon of the Old Order tries to prevent from happening must be something good. Maybe he even sees the High Ones as prophets of his new era. Who knows? Fanatics are unpredictable.
Right now, this is only an assumption, but we have to know.
Иными словами, нам необходимо шпионить за неримцами.
Yes. Do you know what a silver plate is?
Я их уже видел. В одном месте их там целая толпа была. Если говорить об реликвиях Арктведа, то да, мне доводилось. Нет, не знаю, просвети меня.
They are relics from Arktwend. What makes them unique is their power to transfer sound. Every plate has a counterpart, and if someone standing near one plate says something, the one standing near the other one hears it too. Our plan is to place 2 of the plates in their camp. That way we can sound them out without risk.
Вы хотите, чтобы это размещение было совершено мной, не так ли?
You, Firespark, and the mercenary, Dalvarek. However, you cannot travel to the island by ship. That would be too conspicuous.
We found out that the Pyreans had some kind of underground transporting system. Undertrains, that's what they called them. These trains connected the most important regions of the realm with each other, and thus probably also the temple on the island where Korek's ships set anchor. If we can manage to find one of these trains, we could use them to get right to his camp. And, as it happens, we have information about a Pyrean temple in the Crystal Forest. One that is still intact enough for us to find a way into one of these trains.
The Living Temple.
That's how you call it, yes. But enough of the chit-chat. First of all, we need to find the gem that is used to open the gate of the temple. And I have a guess where we could find it. A village called Fogville, not far from the Whisperwood.
Когда выступаем?
As soon as possible. Joseph the mercenary has already traveled to Fogville, and you should do the same. I will meet you there.
So we are talking about accomplished facts, or what?
It is the only way. I'm sorry, Natara. Prophet, I'm counting on you. Find out why Korek is here.
Никто не хочет со мной поговорить? Никто?
Huh?
Ты тоже? Как ты оказалась в Ордене Нарадзула Арантила?
Now look at that. Someone who's actually interested in us as people, rather than in our knowledge about the Pyreans. But it's your lucky day. I really wouldn't mind a good talk right now. Hold on a second. Arizalian Brandy. Vintage 8214. What do you say? A glass and a good talk? There are a couple of things I wanted to ask you anyway.
Звучит неплохо.
All right then. When I hear you say that, I don't regret for a second that I never came back to Ostian. Even though I've thought about it from time to time.
Ты из Остина? По мне ты больше похожа на Скарага.
Wow. Finally, someone who says it up front. Yeah, I've got some Scarag blood in me, though comparably little in regards to how much it shows. My grandfather, he used to serve in the South Realms Marines. And one day they captured a ship of Scarag raiders, some of them women. Stories say he fell in love with one of them, and yeah, you can connect the dots. But to answer your original question, yes, I'm from Ostian. Though we fled the city around 10 years ago. The right choice, as I probably don't need to tell you. The temple was always a bunch of fanatical fuckheads, but that bastard High Priest Janus gave the word butcher an entirely new meaning.
Ой, так, насчет твоей родословной. Ты еще что-нибудь знаешь о той женщине, в которую влюбился твой дедушка?
I know. And, nah, I hardly know anything about her. Only that they were raiders and that she fled about 2 years after giving birth to me. Poor Grandpa. You should have seen how people reacted to the way I looked. Even as a kid, they always looked at me and my almond-shaped eyes as if they were expecting me to pull out a skull fetish any second and start putting curses on anyone in the vicinity.
Весело. Ну и все. Не, дай кому-нибудь власти, и он покажет свое лицо.
Maybe. Warriors of the Creator. War against the infidels. The Creator's children don't even sugarcoat how radical their faith is anymore. And still, so many people join their ranks. It's fucking insane. But then again, I guess that's religion for you. Don't think for yourself anymore. Let someone else do it for you. At least it was for my brother.
Тебе есть брат?
I had. He was about 15 years older than me, and was always a troubled child. Rakul. That was his name. You know, my family was very wealthy before we fled. Drapers for generations. The best in Ostian. I suppose that's why my father expected so much from Rakul, since I, as a woman, wouldn't have been allowed to take over the business when my father would have retired. But Rakul, he just wasn't made out for it, you know? He was shy and introverted, and never had a hand for money. I can't remember how often Father told him that he was a disgrace to the family.
Но потом он нашел свою веру и вступил в ряды детей Творца.
You can call it that, yes. Looking back, I think the temple only gave him what Father wouldn't. A perspective. The feeling of being needed. He spent almost all of his time in the temple after his conversion, and knew the entire Rania, their holy scripture, by heart. Well, in one day, he announced that simply attending the masses wasn't enough anymore. He would join the temple's warriors.
Похоже, твой отец потерпел неудачу, как родители. Беспризорные молодые люди без какой-нибудь перспективы в жизни. Выбор номер один для любого подстрекателя.
Damn right. That's what these bastards do. They exploit the vulnerability of people like him and indoctrinate them with their fucking bullshit. And once that's done, they send them to fight for their holy causes. In other words, their own interests, like pawns on a chessboard. And if they die, then they call it a fucking honor. I'm sorry, my dame. Your youngest son just died. But don't worry, he's in a better place now, eating grapes and drinking honey. What solace, isn't it? Now, do you have any other neglected children for us? We're running short on material. Damn it, I hate those bastards. I just hate them so much.
Полагаю, это уже случилось и с твоим братом. Он умер, сражаясь за Творца.
He was slaughtered, hacked into pieces by Chancellor Baratheon's cavalry. That was before the peace treaty. I'd be surprised if they taught him what end of a lance to stab with before they sent him into the field. But, well, I guess that answers the question you asked me up in the temple, doesn't it? I was sick of seeing people using religion for their own ends. Creator, Lightborn, the Great Spirit. Same shit, different name. And you know what? No matter how much chaos the death of the gods caused, I don't regret being a part of it, not in the least. It was the right thing to do.
Долгая история.
Anyway, I'd say we call it quits for now, okay? It was good talking to you, but I'm dying for a nap. Take care.
Да, не вопрос. И тебе спасибо за беседу. Так. Ладно, думаю, можно и по сюжету пойти. Мы заболтались тут. Да, полетели. Полетели в Туманное.
Well, there comes a point when you just have to live with it. Walk blessed.
Sure.
Where to?
Туманное.
Already dark. Oh my.
Так. Я помню, что тут есть. Да, вот они. Ага. Эти с первого раза падают. Круто. Ну хотя, в принципе, что я ожидал. Так, тут должны быть скелеты. Да, вот они. Хоть с этими можно, да, не париться долго. Так, у меня все нормально. Молния. Так, тут кто-нибудь есть? Да в смысле ты не попал? Тихо, тихо, тихо. Где? О, монетки. Тут еще кто-нибудь есть? Помочь была не судьба.
What the heck took you so long? We've been waiting for ages.
Ой, замолчи,
You
да?
only just...
What matters now is that we find the gem that opens the temple doors. You two take care of that. I'll go ahead to the temple and inspect the gate. Any questions? No? Then beat it.
Ой, какой ты
It helps to
добренький.
know what something looks like if you're supposed to find it. At least that's what I've been told.
I already told you that. A small red gem. If it's around here somewhere, and I'm quite certain it is, you should maybe search for it at the village treasury. Now get going. I'll see you at the temple.
Well then, let's start our glorious search, shall we? I suggest you take a look at the town hall. I'll check out the temple. Just call me if you find something. Huh?
Что ты знаешь об этом месте?
About Fogville? Yeah, quite a lot actually. The story's always fascinated me. You haven't heard of it, I take it. What do you want to know?
А что с ним случилось? Эти осадные орудия и корабли?
Yeah, and that's about what happened. How can I say this without going beyond the scope? The short version, the villagers lost their minds. It all started when they officially renounced Malthus and the righteous path. Then, more and more travelers started disappearing, and surprisingly, a lot of their corpses were found close to the village, dumped in the forest like slaughtered cattle. That was when the Order couldn't ignore this issue any longer and sent a division of guards to end the madness, whatever that's supposed to look like. But when these guards arrived, they were greeted by frenzied villagers, who were armed to the teeth and jumped on the guards like rabid dogs. Most of them were killed, but one made it back to the temple. Well, and that's almost the end of the story. When the guards returned, they were almost the size of an army, but still the villagers charged right at them. You can imagine the result.
Черт возьми, как кучка фермеров и охотников смогла противостоять целому отряду стража?
As I said, they were mad, and this is also how they fought, regardless of the consequences. Plus, this place isn't exactly easily charged. Just look at all the walls. It's almost a fortress.
Удалось ли узнать, действительно ли жители Туманного убивали этих путешественников?
Yes, it was. It turned out they sacrificed them. Later, when the Order searched Fogville for what could have caused all this, they found a hidden hexagonal room in the temple, which looked like the Fogvillers built it themselves. It was strange. There were exactly 6 paintings, one on each wall, and they all depicted unholy scenes, whatever that may mean. Anyway, it seemed that the travelers were sacrificed there. Heck knows why.
И произошедшему есть хоть какое-то объяснение?
Well, the most common one is the proximity to the Whisperwood. We all know what these spores do to the human mind. So maybe unfavorable winds over several moons? Who knows? At least that's the official explanation. Some conspiracy theorists see a connection to the Butcher of Ark.
Мясником из Арка? Том самым?
Exactly. Strange guy, to say the least. You know, shortly before he killed himself, he left an autobiography. And even though the Order officially forbids owning it, there are collectors who established an entire cult around that Tannerson character. There's a lot of speculation going on about this entire myth, and some of it's quite bizarre and morbid, if you ask me. Anyway.
Ладно.
Keep your chin up.
Так, он говорит, что пойдет в храм. А где этот храм? Ну, он говорит, что в подвале этого храма интересные картинки были. То есть вот это храм? Или что? Или где? Или куда? Так, ладно. Нам, так понимаю, судя по всему, сюда. Так, что у нас тут есть? Целая хилка. Ничего такого. О, мастер. Так. Вот тоже особо не. Что это? Ага, ключик. Оп. И что у нас тут? Весело тут у них в ратуше. Странно, что никого нет. Ага. Пойдем. Ладно. Эй! Ты где?
That was quick. Any luck?
Да, нашел.
Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Well, then I guess that means off to the temple. You ready?
Да, пойдем.
Good. Then lead the way.
Так, я еще в этой части города не был. Как города? Данного поселения. Разбитого в хлам. В этой части что-нибудь есть? Навряд ли, конечно. Ну а вдруг? Не, нету. Ну ладно, пойдем. Боливарок, ты где? Блин, только не говори, что мне тебе искать сейчас надо будет, а? Блин, клоун, ты издеваешься, что ли? Блин. Идиот. Догоняй. Короче, пошел к черту. Задолбал. А, вон, бежит. Бежит, все нормально. Так, надо потихоньку. Вот эти зельки тратить. Блять, Далибар, иди нахрен. Да убейте его уже. Ой, Даливара, какой же ты бесполезный, а? Да.
Your choice, not mine.
А где вторая? Тут есть смысл постараться что-то найти? Что-нибудь спрятанное, скрытое. Например, он грибочек синенький растет. Грибочек. И только грибочек, больше ничего. Так, а это что? А, все. Прям в сердце. Что вы? Там что-то было написано? Не разглядел. Ну, я так понимаю, вон туда, да? Или как? Ну, у тебя что есть? Потом. Все трубки потом. Так, вот мне надо найти еще 49 этих красных, магических символов. Вот где они могут? Если уж на то пошло. Да, кстати, да, надо было еще зайти в тайник этого Раэля и забрать почитающуюся нам награду.
Crystal Forest. Beautiful, isn't it? The temple should just be a few miles up the hill.
Да, я уже был тут. А, командующий Эрен назвала его живым храмом. Почему?
Oh, it's an old legend. Apparently this temple has some kind of consciousness, so to speak. That's also the reason for the weird vegetation around here.
Понятно. Идем дальше. Так, элементалей тут я не вижу новых. Это хорошо. Конечно, стоит побегать на предмет пытаться найти что-нибудь интересное. Но что-то мне подсказывает, что тут ничего пока интересного нет. Поэтому... А вот и элементаль. Там же летающая фигня. Ох, как хорошо. Так, 900 опыта осталось. Ну тут спрятали бы этот символ. Ну блин, ну такое же место. В принципе, логичное место, но не факт, что на дорогу что-то спрятано. А? Пытался, видимо, из могилы вылезти, да? Что у нас есть? О! Остальное бесполезно. Так, что у нас тут? Я тебя вижу. Мысли... Блин, добавляли бы эти символы, какой-нибудь звук бы еще издавали, я не знаю же. Так, тут кто-нибудь есть? Ну, обычно... Что за хрень? А где он был-то, что я его не видел? Бред какой-то. Не, правда, а где он? А, вот он. Ну, был он твоим другом, нехер было выпендриваться. Давай, давай. Иди сюда, ведьма. Ну вот и все. Что у нас тут есть? Область Немериса. Так, я посплю с его позволения. Так, и... Все? Больше тут ничего нет? Клетки. Довольно. Ну, значит, да. Значит, больше тут ничего нет. И тут она, кстати, тоже не. Убью или нет? Убью, нет, убью, нет. Эй. Ха! Ну вот. Получили уровень. Ах ты засранец, так ты за мной не шел? А? Ну все, под конец всей традиции соблюдены. Опять эта зараза летающая. И не одна. Тып-тып-тып. Блин. Где еще? Стой! Да стой ты на месте! Так. Ладно, еще одну брать не буду, а вот слона придется завалить. Та-дам! Так, где эти чертовы магические символы? Прям вот бесят. Потому что собрать их надо еще очень много, а их нигде и нет. Нету. А, вот ты где.
Well, well, that was quicker than expected. Did you find the gem?
Да?
Show me. Well, I'll be damned, that's the one. Then I suppose it's time for me to tell you some things about the temple.
Ну, попробуйте.
Maybe you've already heard the Enderalian legend about this place. It's said that this temple is alive, and that the entire forest is some kind of sensory organ of it. Heareth his whispers, Sung from the trees, dreadeth his gaze, blah blah blah, you get the idea.
Ну,
Though
более-менее.
most folk legends are superstitious nonsense, this one has a true core. The temple does indeed have a consciousness of some sort. That has, however, less to do with some suicidal lover's tragic fates, but with a Pyrean defense mechanism. The Stone Heart.
Что это такое? Когда же благодаря этому каменному сердцу храм оживает? Как это работает?
It works because the Pyreans found a way to conjoin something immaterial with a human soul. That doesn't need to be a building like it is here. It can also be a sword or an amulet. The bound ones, as those whose consciousness was transferred were called, suffered atrocious pain during the ritual, but when it worked, they practically achieved immortality.
Well, that's consoling.
It's a terrible fate, yes, but we all know that with the right religious blathering, humans can be convinced to do just about anything. However, don't get the wrong idea, these bindings were unusual. Not every Pyrean had a relative living in his frying pan, so to speak. Only a very few arcanists, mainly those of the Ishian caste, were able to perform them. In other words, bound places or objects were extremely rare. This temple is one of them.
Иными словами, в этом храме покоится сознание пирийца?
I doubt that it's resting, witnessing the downfall of one's own civilization, and since then being forced to hang around in an extinct world hardly has a positive effect on one's sanity. But we'll see. Go ahead, put the gem in the socket over there.
Да. Где? Куда его поместить? А.
I'll be damned.
Perfect. Then let's go, and keep your weapons ready. The undertrain will be the lowest level of the temple, at least if Lushishi's theories are true.
Па-па-пам. Что ж, предлагаю
Why what?
на этом...
This is the third time that you've hired me. And my pay isn't exactly humble. Why?
What do you want to hear? A love song? You're a drunkard and a scrounger. But you do your work, and you do it good. The day I put my faith in one of these god's lambs will be the day I dance naked through the upper city, singing hymns of praise to the Lightborn.
I'd like to see that.
I'm sure you would. Now shut your mouth. Our entrance was everything but subtle, but we at least don't have to shout at this temple in the face, where it has to trigger the next trap.
Ладно, они договорили. Предлагаю на этом данную главу закончить. И уже в сам храм пойдем следующий. А пока все.